This video is brought to you by Diamond Pacific Tool Corporation. Diamond Pacific is America's favorite diamond tool, wheel, and lapidary machine manufacturers. For nearly half a century, Diamond Pacific has set the industry standard for diamond lapidary equipment. Join the majority of professional lapidaries and choose Diamond Pacific products such as their Nova wheels, Pixie, Genie, and Titan gem makers, as well as their wide selection of other high-quality lapidary diamond products. Check out Diamond Pacific today and find out why they're considered America's premier diamond lapidary tool manufacturers.
Oh, come on. No, I understand. That's what I was. Oh, come on. And where do you find that?
Yeah, you found the biggest one?
They didn't find the last one. I'm a believer, and they didn't. You believe that, otherwise you wouldn't have been out looking for it. So they have not found the last one. No, they haven't.
Very cool.
There'll be another one after that.
But for now,
nice find.
You are the champion.
I am.
Magnificent 2-pound opal replacement log and discovered in the early 1990s at the Bonanza Opal Mine. Shows the magnificent color. The mine is famous for producing a unique structure only the wood replacement could form. A specimen displayed in a beautiful bowl that is worthy of its magnificence. $25,000. I would think that it was more than that.
Rice and beans.
Very unique. Wooden Opal Enterprises, Virgin Valley. These folks were there by the hangar door at the Denver show. Wanted to get an interview with the gentleman last year, but he's just always so busy, which makes sense. I mean, he's got such fantastic stuff.
Well, that's a good idea.
Then if you go broke, you have supper.
Which is likely.
Rice and beans.
Rice and beans.
I'm not going to take these. I'm not going to touch anything, but pretty stunning inside there. Let's look at this big log. That is a big one.
It was covered with ash, and ash is full of silica. Water came and dissolved that silica, so now it's in solution. So it's floating around in this lake bed going down.
Blue Lightning, the precious opal log, was mined by Ray Wood in 2022, weighing in at 100 pounds. It is one of the largest pieces ever found at Bonanza Opal Mine, Virgin Valley, Nevada. Green, blue, and purple opal fill the sides of the unique hollowed ends. The precious opal adorns the sharp end and where the blue lightning struck the clay bank 14 million years ago. Museum piece, $150,000. Absolutely stunning. That is just so cool.
It's usually has to be in a solution of water. It has to dissolve in water because it's made out of silica.
Yeah, even the end is beautifully blue. There he is, having a time right there. You want to go halvesies?
Sure. It's not really a mineral. It's called a mineraloid because it's not crystalline.
It's a cool spot.
Drive around with that on your dashboard.
Believe it or not, and most Virgin Valley people that I tell don't believe it, but the person who started Diamond Pacific, the Japanese man, with Don's uncle, actually found a way to stabilize this material to where it could be cut, which is why you don't see very often cabochons and stuff. I asked the gentleman about it, and he said he was unfamiliar with it. Instead of using heat, he used a cool temperature. And the Japanese man's son was talking to Jim and Don, and he said, because Jim wanted to ask the Japanese man's son, if he remembered any of the process. He's like, oh, we were always blowing stuff up in the kitchen. and he doesn't remember the exact process, but it is just absolutely stunning. I beg your pardon, sir? Oh, he's busy. I beg your pardon, ma'am. Are you folks by the hangar door in Denver?
Yeah.
Oh, good to see you guys again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a great location, too.
We did well. There.
Will you
It
be
was
in
nice.
Tucson at all?
No.
That's okay.
No.
It's
We're
getting
gonna-
weird anyway.
This is the second year he's done this show, and we'll be back in Denver again. in
Fantastic.
September.
We'll miss you if you weren't there.
Yeah, well, it was fun. We felt welcome.
Well, you guys make that place look good, I'll tell you what.
Well, thank you.
If you don't mind me asking, can I see, do you have a card?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ray and Diane Wood. Now, is your last name really Wood? Oh, that's fantastic. Born for it.
Yeah, isn't that silly?
I beg your pardon, sir. Is that you in the picture there? Oh, you're looking like you're having too much fun. You should be getting back to work.
Every day it's like that.
How you doing, Rhino?
Sorry about that. It's like a drumstick. Okay.
Oh, it sure is. You know Don, right? From Diamond Pacific? I guess his uncle and a Japanese gentleman supposedly found a way to stabilize the material, but a lot of people are skeptical. A lot of people have heard. It's just one of those things. You hear a million rumors in the rock world, but
It's really what we found is it's just hit and miss.
yeah.
I mean, so for instance, you just take your chances. What did you do with that other big piece
And
this came off of?
I think there would be no way you wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Everyone would want to come and show you and tell you or try to sell you something.
Right. And the best thing is just time. If it's been out of water for a long time, I'm looking for the
Right here.
So he found this piece, and
Oh,
it
my
was
goodness.
wet, and so he put it in water, as every good opal person should. But then just decided he wanted to take a slice off and see what happened. Well, that one's been stable for 15 years. It hasn't cracked. It hasn't changed. There's no glass on the top of that. That's the opal.
Fantastic. Do a lot of people assume that it's a doublet?
I haven't had anybody ask me, but yeah.
I think this is, even though it's an American opal, I think it's still pretty exotic. The oversaturation of Ethiopians kind of, people think they know opal, and that's not.
Yeah.
This is a whole nother level.
It is.
Wow, you must love your job.
Well, our first job was teachers, and we do a lot of that out here as we tell people about what this beautiful stuff is. So this is like a second career.
Was last year, was your first Denver or second Denver?
We've been in Denver before, but we used to go to the Merchandise Mart, which no longer exists in Denver. They tore it down. It was our first year in that venue in Denver. Yeah.
Well, you got a good spot. I'm super happy then, because some venue owners, especially larger ones, they'll put you between two porta potties and not really care, you know.
We had a good friend advise us, and the folks knew us, so yeah, we did get a good booking.
Diane, thank you so much for your kindness.
You're very welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying the show.
I love it. I love it. We drove down from Taos, New Mexico. Kind of cold over there.
Yeah.
So it's
We were there in October. It wasn't cold, but we know it happened.
amazing. Check them out, folks. So they are in Denver. They're by the hangar door at the Coliseum. Really fantastic and kind people. The wood is just, it takes such a fantastic polish. It almost looks like mammoth. Oh, even the backside is stellar. So So if you come from the back, look at goat. Look at goat boy. So from the big love sign, and you come down the main drag, you can't miss them, folks. They're hard to miss. Are these like pine cones? Those are pine cones? Oh, wow. You guys want to go halvesies on the big one over there?
Sure. Let's do it. 75 to blow.
Then we'll cut it in half when we get home.
Long ways though.
The Boneyard. Super popular people. Check them out on Facebook. Gembone and petrified wood. These folks are always posting stuff all the time. They're really great at what they do. And right when you walk in from, I don't know what side of the parking lot that is. They're kind of right here on the end, right across from the gem shop with Eugene. Yeah, great variety of high quality gem bones. All different colors. We're gonna take a look at some of them, and it looks like some of them are super affordable. These are really nice. I love that smell. I love the oil smell. I don't like touching it, but I love smelling it.
You gotta take a look at this $10,000 one.
Oh, it would be an honor and a pleasure. Has it sold yet? Oh, wow. Now I see why it's 10 grand.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Right?
Killer colors. I'm surprised it's not gone already.
Me too. I'm looking for somebody. This is not my booth, but I'm looking for someone to go halfers with me. Did you see these three here?
Oh, wow.
These are all from Colorado.
Amazing. I found small pieces outside of Pagosa, but nothing like that, obviously. That is... Some people wouldn't even know what they're looking at. It's so stunning to think it's wood.
Yeah.
That one's even got some quartz in there. That is amazing. How long has the Boneyard been a thing?
The Boneyard? I think 20, about 22. I mean, we just kind of started.
Well, you're kicking some butt. Well, I mean, the product speaks for itself, but also you guys are doing really good online with your videos and stuff. The yellow one's super nice. It's a great color, very, very agatized. Even the black, and sometimes the black can be difficult to polish, but these are really nice and silicated. $349 for that. Great piece. Some people might want to chop it up, but I appreciate these as specimens. Here's a whiter celled one. Looks like this one was done on a traditional lapidary wheel. Who does all your polishing?
This is Michael Tauber's booth.
Oh, okay.
So he does all the polishing.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah. He's just,
It's not always easy.
yeah.
Some cool white-celled ones.
Go get us.
Fantastic.
You edit, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So can I videotape you doing this?
Of course.
That'll be fun. Okay, we have Lapidary Dave here.
Howdy.
He's come to the Albert place. Michael and Rosie.
Taking a look at the best gembone and quartzite.
Definitely.
I might have to go halvesies with you on that.
Really?
No. I wish I could.
This is the one that's on right there.
So besides this one, what is your favorite one here? That's a tough one. That's a tough one, but you are working the booths. I gotta ask.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones. Okay, easier question. What is one of your favorite ones besides the big one?
I mean, I do love the verts that you were just looking at. I know they're not the most expensive. I just love the color.
Yeah, and the play.
I do love it, the verts, but in general, I do love verts.
Is verts referring to it?
A vertebrae?
Oh, cool. I didn't
So
know.
that's a half, less than a half vertebrae.
That is stunning. Do you have quite a collection at home?
My husband does.
Oh,
Michael
cool.
does.
Probably everywhere. I always appreciate when people who are in the industry have a collection, because one day you might retire and you're like, oh no, that one, you might wish that you didn't let some of them get away.
Right.
And that happens so often. Especially with jewelers, they sell their best stuff and then they don't have anything left over. It's really cool that you have a collection already, because a lot of people don't. If you just keep the best 10% your whole career, you folks have such great prices. So it looks like these ones haven't been priced yet.
No, he does. He prices it out with everybody. Gets really great pricing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I just noticed that these ones are already kind of priced
A
out.
couple of them, yeah.
So these ones.
You start cutting so much, and then it gets tiring to price.
He's sitting
But
at
he
it.
works with everybody.
Sitting at
Tremendously,
yeah, sitting at the kitchen table with your Sharpie all day.
Yeah.
What's your favorite colors?
I do love the reds with the black webbing, but I do love also, like, if it's red and the webbing is lighter around it. I don't know if there's any around here. Some of them sold that I really like that have the light webbing. There's one in here.
Yeah, Diamond Dave Duncan. How you doing, baby?
Everybody out there in Lapidary Dave land. Love to you all.
Look at that. Dang.
My rock, Lori's work. Silver work,
Fantastic.
copper work.
Can I trouble you to spray some of these specimen pieces over here? These are awesome. When do you decide to cut it or not? I mean, it's so...
You know, my husband does it all. Sorry, so I can't answer that question.
Oh, it wasn't really a question.
Oh.
Here's a super neat green one I'm not used to seeing. You're getting a workout. It's a really trippy piece. So those bigger pieces there, those are from Colorado. I'm not used to seeing that at all.
There's what you can do with Gembone.
Would you consider that Intarsia?
Yeah.
Oh, stunning.
And look at all the different colors. Each one is a...
Fantastic.
Each one is a different bone. Isn't that incredible? All those colors.
It's amazing.
I know. And
What-
then, like, you'll see, like, how does just one little pink spot show up when all the minerals pass through the whole bone? Right?
Absolutely.
Thanks, me.
Can you spray this one for me? Tumbled ones. I like when they get tumbled because then the cells kind of pop. What's your favorite gembone color?
Oh, the multi-rainbow color. I mean, not necessarily vast, but a lot. Some of the real white can be.
I've never seen the like pure white ones with black webs until Dawn's material, and they have some here too.
Yeah, I saw a piece here that was.
There's another green one. Pretty wild. Very cool. They have some fantastic jewelry of it. Here's some of the white, the black cells.
Yeah. But I mean, it can look very actually bland, but then it's fluorescent.
And then inside of these boxes, polished pieces. I guess just when they sell, they replace them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not I walk around in the dark, UV light all the time. Probably I would be more angry. That's not usual. I'm pretty clueless, but not quite that in the dark.
The boneyard. Big blue.
3.5 kilograms. Just ridiculous.
Hopefully no, I mean, that's gonna fly.
Wait till we get it to Tucson.
Fantastic. Solomon, you don't happen to still have that crystal, that Sprite one, do you? Yeah, that's the one.
Do you see that?
It's just perfect.
Just
Sprite's gonna get so mad that I'm gonna put this in a video because people follow him around, but he has to understand. He knows he's money walks. He should have got it in West Palm Beach, that is just, it's flawless.
All of these handpicked just to show off, you know, what's in Stuart's house. It's Stuart's house of crystals, Sullivan stones specifically.
You have great taste, bro. You're the best, man. And you got a great location. I'm sorry?
You having fun out here?
Kinda. It's my girlfriend's birthday today, and she got really mad at the end. So, but it's getting better. You're making it better. Holy smokes. So if you folks want to check out Solomon and his friends' awesome stuff, they are against the wall here, around the corner from the southwest corner. And look at this handsome stud. Just got done stripping.
Yeah, you wish. They wish. Somebody wishes.
How you doing, brother? Of course, that it's the big show in Quartzite, and he's everywhere but his booth. Not working. Love you, McKay.
I couldn't resist. I had to bring the color out.
What?
Once I get curious about a stone, I want to see it, what it's inside.
Awesome. Oh man, that is great.
Oh yeah.
Did you find anything awesome today, McKay?
I just walked over here to talk to the lady. The guy that was hand grinding.
These are actually really good cutters. Every single one is great. How much a gram?
From here, $5.
That's fantastic. That's a great price.
Yes.
At the 22nd Street show, it'd be double or more. I mean, you should charge extra because you're frying over here. That is a great price for the quality. I mean, sometimes you can find Ethiopians as low as like $1 a gram, but this quality and the size of the cutters, like that right there, well, it has a bit of crazing. But that is a really good price. At the 22nd Street show, and I get it, like the rent is more in 22nd, so people are paying $30,000, $40,000. But this is a great pile. A little bit of crazing on this one too. People are like, oh, you can't cut them, the water, blah, 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 blah. Sweet Jim cut these all the time with water. He also cut them dry. I have a cool TikTok video of him cutting one dry, cut a heart. It's a more solid one, but a little bit more murky. This one would be a great cutter. I would do these two sides and tighten this up at the bottom.
That's what I'm saying. The water will play with stuff. At least that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah, I get
Miss Oscar brought her husband.
I beg your pardon. Sorry about that, brother.
For us to. I couldn't wait to shoot this part of the
And this pile? How much? Oh, nice.
If anybody's even close to Quartzite, this is where you need to come and get some.
Absolutely. Did you just dunk it right inside the porta potty? Yeah, I think this is the best Ethiopian I've seen for the price at Quartzite. And I understand the 22nd Street show in Tucson stuff, they paying a lot of rent, but this is a good price. I wonder how much just the whole bag would be. I'm sure they'll definitely give you a deal.
I want to make it.
I like your tiara. Did you make it?
No, he bought it for me here.
Fantastic.
Wow, that's a nice piece.
Yeah, it's fun. There's people in Oregon, so they say these you have to keep them in water, but there's people in Oregon that are drying them out in sawdust. It takes 2 years, but then you can cut them. And it's kind of revolutionizing the Ethiopian opal game, because some of them can't touch water, some of them can touch water, but now they're figuring it out. I'm surprised it took this long because it's such an awesome gemstone.
It doesn't seem to really why that particular substance would work.
Yeah, it's wild. Cold Country Rocks, Alberta. Awesome, you can't miss their fantastic banner. So, if you don't mind me asking, off rip, what's your favorite piece here? I know it's hard because these are your babies.
As I've been showing different people all over, just for a specimen piece, and where did it take off to? This one. Because you got a bit of the swirl of the nostril of the fossil where it came out of, but I've also got every level of the color on the spectrum. I got my purples and blues to my greens to my reds, because it actually does follow the colors of the spectrum when you get a large enough fossil piece, and this demonstrates all of that in one small specimen piece. So I just think as far as a small piece goes, this one's kind of my favorite.
How much is that one?
It's at 120.
That's a great price. Dang.
But it is hard to pick. I mean, every time I go through my own stuff, I start looking at other ones that catch my eye, and This one's got some brilliant blues and greens. A little bit of bleaching going on. But for character, I like ones like this, where you're going to see a little bit of fossil and actually, you know where it's coming from.
I think when people think of Ammolites, they do think of Alberta. But there's some in Montana, I think. Is that true?
To the north end of Montana, there's a little bit. They have a difficulty they don't get those purples and blues and greens that we get, but they get some with some nice red shell on there and a little bit of green sometimes.
Can people tell that it's from Montana or Alberta?
I couldn't. I mean, if there were two big piles next to each other, perhaps I could call it out, because there is some, like you get the central Alberta, the Ammolite's a little different there actually than it is down in the south where most of this is from.
So it's probably safe to say if it's as killer as this, it's probably from Alberta.
Yeah, it's probably from the south section of it too. It's quite...
$30. Does that say 30? Is that 30 bucks?
That's 30, yeah.
Do you take a card?
No, we aren't.
There's an ATM.
Yeah.
Cool, I'll definitely get that piece. I'm sorry I'm broke.
Sure, that's quite all right.
I'm going to do a giveaway.
Yeah, and we got plenty hidden through the bins as well, of course. So.
Fantastic. How long have you been in the Ammolite biz?
Well, through my father, he used to have the mining in the store and everything. He sold it out, but he's been at it since the 80s. So that's kind of why we've got so much stock that we do.
So you think a lot of this is probably his old stock from the 80s?
Well, it's stuff that I've built up on my own through this time, and then when he retired, this is kind of a lot of offcuts is what I've got going on here. So as you can see, it's the real prime stuff has kind of been taken, but there's still plenty of good offcut material in this bunch.
So for those of you at home that don't quite know about Ammolites, you kind of don't want to just take this to your lapidary wheel. It's not a fire agate.
No, that's brilliant stuff there, but it's extremely thin, that particular piece.
So some people you'll see, folks, that they'll clear coat it. Some people make doublets.
Yeah, there's a few ways to go. I've got some coated stuff over that way. Going naturals are tough. It's hard to find material that'll pull it off for you.
Does anybody ever use paleo picks or anything to try to polish the thin little layer naturally?
Paleo picks.
It's kind of like it shoots like walnut shells or different types of abrasives that aren't very invasive.
I mean, people may have. I haven't. But even just bringing it down to a 600, even with a hand sand, a wet dry, and then some Jeweler's Rouge will actually bring up a nice polish. But you got to stabilize it with some Opticon or something first. You really don't want it flaking on you. It's just so fragile, this stuff. Maddeningly so. But this is actually very thick, and there's a lot of color underneath this once it's worked down. That's the thing with this stuff. You really got to try and find the thick material. This is thick as well. And I mean, thick as far as Ammolite's concerned is like a millimeter, but it gives you some room to work with.
Fantastic. I gotta ask, do you got a private collection at home?
I've got a fair amount.
That's good, because a lot of people, in the industry, everything's for sale, and then you retire and you got nothing.
Yeah. Oh, I got a long ways to go before I've got nothing.
Fantastic. Any of your private collection from your father?
Yes.
Who it was his piece?
The family and such. Yeah, I got a wide variety of. It's not very well categorized. Just it's there.
And since you're from Canada, you probably have no problem shipping international. If somebody in the States wanted to buy some.
If it's material's not so bad, fossils, you get into a whole big disposition permit.
I've heard.
That's why you might notice I don't have any full fossils here. It's way too much grief for me just doing it on the side to deal with. I'll deal with the material. We still need permits and such for this, of course.
Oh, trippy. I didn't know that. So I heard that there's a big red tape with fossils in Canada. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because you have such an amazing fossil that's considered a gemstone. But
it's called the Historical Resources Act, and technically anything that comes out of the ground is actually the property of the government, and you have to apply to them for permission to privately use it or sell it or distribute it, which most of the time they'll grant, but it's a lot of paperwork involved.
The Queen just wants it all for herself.
That's her king now.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too difficult getting this down here. We're partnered with an American.
Oh, this one's nicely coated.
Yeah.
So not all coating jobs are done the same. Some of them are quite miserable. This is fantastic and thin and.
Well, I did a bit, and it still needs a little tuning. Actually, I kind of did it once I was down here. So if you look at the back, there's some embarrassing chunks I still got.
Oh well, the face is
Important.
yeah.
So I'll show you. This one I didn't coat because the material is just too nice, and it would be a travesty to put a coating on that or cut it up. That's the sort of thing you could carefully sand down and then buff up with again even a jeweler's rouge or something like that, and it's gonna pop. The rougher stuff will be a bit difficult, but
I guess it's got a nice impression.
yeah. So it's still not technically a fossil, but the closest thing I got to one down.
Oh, trippy. I get it now.
So,
That is awesome.
the other piece that came out, then I'd have to deal with a whole bunch of.
Oh man, these are great.
Free forms with the coating on them. When you coat them, you can get away with material that's not quite as top grade.
Oh, these look great. I'm sure these make amazing jewelry.
Oh, they make nice pendants, yeah. And as I say, when you coat, then you don't have to get it perfectly smooth, so you can use some of that curved material or stuff where it's a little thinner, and it's still going to pop with the bright colors. And you can do larger pieces so that they'll, for a pendant or something that stands out.
Awesome. What's your name, brother?
Corey.
David. Thanks so much for your kindness.
Oh,
I'm going to get to the ATM. And
that piece is on me, honest. I
Really?
appreciate your goods.
dude, thank you so much.
It's just,
I can't thank you enough, dude.
take it away. I hope you can work something into it. It's pretty thin stuff.
I'm going to definitely work it, and then I'm going to share it with the folks at home.
It's a pretty thin chunk. If you want to grab another or something.
No, dude, I can't. No. My friend, this is pure love, dude. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Corey, you're the
I
best.
appreciate your videos.
And so, folks, if you're here at Quartzite, the demonstration booth is right here. You can't miss Corey. It's got probably the best banner here at Quartzite. And if you'd like to get a hold of them, I'm sure they don't mind helping you get some of their Ammolites. Don't bug him for a $5 piece. Get a couple $100 if you're gonna make him ship something. I don't even go to the post office I have friends like my friend Ryan. He'll go to the post office for a $4 stone.
Well, that's the hard thing is shipping is so expensive right now. Now if you're buying in person, certainly we've got a lot of affordable little pieces. But if we start shipping from Canada, then yeah, it's got to be a bit of a healthier price.
You folks are amazing. Thank you so much. Demonstrations. Let's see what Mr. Armando's cutting over here. What you cutting, brother?
An opal, my friend.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Some fresh wheels too, huh?
Well, he's supposed to do it with a Dremel, but I don't have the Dremel here, so I do it my best out of the machine.
This is an interesting setup. So, is that second wheel metal?
Yeah, this is 80 grit.
Yeah.
This is 220 grit. This is
600. It's brown. It's supposed to. Most people would do 280.
Huh?
Yeah. Most people would go to 280 after the 220.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh yeah, it's just so aggressive because it's new. And then you got room for your 8,000. You guys are awesome. You guys are doing great. Oh man. And you got the legend over here cutting for you.
So do it little by little.
That is a brilliant idea, especially for the show. You're not. That's a great idea. What is up with this stopping wax? It's darker than usual.
What, you don't use that?
Well, no, it's usually mine's not this color.
It's just a different color. Some of it comes light green. This stuff happened to come dark green.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's the same stuff.
I want to get back into it. I feel like it is a learning curve that I have to practice because I use my hands like Mr. Armando, but I'll cut 200 cabochons in one evening of turquoise. And yeah, but then my hands are splitting and I got scabs all over. It looks like I crawled from underneath the bridge.
You know, it's like there's only so many things that my little knuckles can do. You know, so it's like, okay.
You guys are awesome. So is this the Quartzite Club?
Yeah.
Oh man, awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool that you used in Diamond Pacific too. The best. I tell everybody. Most of the machines spin at the same speed, but if you want the best quality, go with Diamond Pacific wheels. You know, if you got a Cab King, put Diamond Pacific wheels on it.
Yeah,
you're gonna be happy.
Yeah.
If you got a two-wheel
Nothing
Lord,
better than Diamond Pacific, to my knowledge. You know, I've been cutting for many years. You know, the Diamond Pacific have the best wheels, not because they pay me or anything. No, I've been buying it for a long time. You know, and they're the great.
is that like a blue color?
Yeah,
baby blue.
Yeah,
I've never used them, but I've seen them. I have a little trick with agates where I'll go 80 grit, 220 down to a 60 resin, even though the mesh is technically finer.
I do the same thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Exactly the same thing.
Oh, and then you go on.
And then go back down to the resin points that they have. It's the same material, but I do exactly the same thing.
It saves time. And I mean, I guess me and Armando, it's our jobs. So time is money.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the ship the dealers.
Yeah, you're right, dude. You're so right. But if I still got the lapidary love, and I like to pretend that that's still my.
Yeah, you know, because of what you do,
Oh, thanks, man. I'm trying. I appreciate you, brother. What's your name? John. It's a pleasure to meet you, bro. And you guys, I'm so happy you guys have these demos here. This genie is older than me. Actually, maybe it is 16. Yeah, but I think it's 1990 though.
Yeah.
Maybe. That is stunning. Is this Ultra Tech Mark V?
Mark II, V2. The V5 is the newer version of this machine. They don't manufacture this one any longer. Right now I'm cutting the crown. There's the pattern I'm following.
Oh my.
So I'm cutting the crown facets, which are these up here, this upper portion. I've already cut the pavilions here.
I am such a big lapidary enthusiast. I cut cabochons, but this is what a real gemstone to me cutting is, and this is some like wizardry, dude.
Well, not really. We teach it, and we start with that, and we end up with that. Maybe it'll show up better in your camera.
Oh, thank you so much. I didn't want to interrupt you. Wow.
This is your beginning stone. This is the first stone. Then these are all intermediate stones.
That is just awesome. How long have you been faceting?
Just shy of 14 years.
Oh, fantastic. Right now, what are you cutting?
Right now, I'm cutting glass.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. Well, these are all glass as well.
Oh, wow.
All those are glass. When we teach the course, if there is a problem, if there is something happens, it's glass.
Mm-hmm.
It's not some high-priced gemstone.
It's a great educational tool because, like, if somebody's going to buy a cheap African ruby, thinking, and they can't cut it sometimes because it's so, or they'll get halfway and the integrity is ruined. I guess glass is like pretty consistent.
Yes and no, but the fact is, it's cheap, it's inexpensive, and it allows the student to learn and get to know the machine, what it does, why it does it, and get confidence in the machine. I mean, if you want to see the machine in its, come on around this side, you'll see the.
Thank you so much for your kindness.
This is the working side of the machine.
Fantastic. Precision is the name of the game.
That's exactly correct. Precision and reproducibility is absolutely necessary.
You know, I think a lot of people don't know that if you really get good, you can trademark your cuts, right?
Yes, but there are well over 10,000 cuts already out there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you kind of splitting hairs, but
yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, do you know off the top of your head when the classes take place and how long are they?
The classes for our rock club, it would start with, after your membership, you would take membership orientation, and then the orientation for the fastening group would be 9 o'clock on Thursday mornings, and then the classes start Monday morning, all day Monday, and half day Tuesday.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you so much, brother. What's your name?
I'm Charlie Stanger.
David, it's a pleasure to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for your kindness. Fantastic. If you don't mind me asking, how long did it take to make that?
An hour, maybe a little longer. It's not a difficult thing to do.
I'm a big-time bead enthusiast, but I think everybody's had that halfway done and then they spill all over the floor moments.
These take about a half an hour to make a ring. And I make them this so they stretch so that I can wear them on any finger.
That is awesome. How long have you been doing it for?
Oh, half my life.
Oh, well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Are you an educator for the club?
No, I manage the office.
Oh, awesome. Even better, you're putting in a lot of work.
Yeah.
What is this tool here?
You burn your cord so that it goes into a little ball instead of fraying. Then it's so when you cut it off, you burn it.
Fantastic.
Just a thread burner.
And does this type of beading have like a name?
Beading. Well, there are patterns to beading, but this is just kind of free. I saw a picture of that and made it.
It's a lot more complex than just throwing on a couple beads on a piece of foxtail or something.
Usually have a pattern.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So if folks want to check out the demonstrations here, there's that main building there. You can't miss the trailer, Gem and Mineral Club. And they have demonstrations. If you're lucky, you'll see Mr. Armando over here kicking some major butt. Dang. Is this your piece?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.